But Matt, these small restaurants don't have the resources of Red Bull and McDonald's and all the big companies. You don't need the resources. Let's talk about how you can dominate just like the big brands are, whether it's on social media or paid advertising. My goal is to help restaurant owners finally get to where they want to go. But more than that, my goal is to find entrepreneurs within that segment that actually know what it means to hustle. That's my goal. Come on the journey with me. Restaurant Marketing Secrets, episode 544. I'm your host, Matt Plapp, and today we're going to dive into the topic of what resources do you and I have to compete against Red Bull, McDonald's, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Papa John's, Raising Cane's. Do we have a fair playing field? This comes up about every week on one of my Instagram videos. There was the Red Bull Instagram video that went viral from last November. It's up to 6 million plus views. And that one seems to bring it out. And just yesterday, somebody said exactly that. But Matt, 99.9% of restaurants don't have the resources Red Bull has to create that viral success on Instagram. And that is factually inaccurate. The idea behind media today is so much different than 20 years ago. A lot of you don't realize that 2 years ago, Mr. Beast, the YouTube star, had more views on his social media videos during the halftime of the Super Bowl than the number one Super Bowl commercial. Zero money spent on distribution. He just created great content and he spent years cultivating an audience. Many of you have spent years cultivating an audience in your community. The people who follow your brand on social media, the people who are on your email list, that are on your text list, that are in your birthday club, that drive by your storefront every week. You have spent time cultivating them the same exact way that CBS, ABC, NBC have spent cultivating their viewers. So when people lean on the excuse that a mom and pop restaurant can't leverage social media like Red Bull because they don't have the budget or the people, the money, it is completely incorrect. Marketing 20 years ago, yes, you had to have a way to reach that audience. Marketing in 2024, you have the way, and it is social media. And Red Bull and Strong's Brick Oven Pizza have the exact opportunity to market to their audience. Let me give you an example. So Red Bull, if you go on there, there's probably some lunatic jumping off a skyrise on a BMX bike, floating through the air on a parachute. Yes, that took an athlete, probably an endorsement. There's some money spent. And they're using it to get virality and get the logo in front of people and get people to watch Red Bull's channels. They are a little miniature entertainment company. But who says you can't do the same thing? If I'm Strong's Brick Oven Pizza, which I'm meeting my parents at tonight at 6 o'clock, if I'm them and I'm across from Ryle High School, I have the same ability as Red Bull to create content that's going to capture people's attention. Yes, Red Bull is trying to capture a certain audience. So are you. You've got the miracle mile around your restaurant, every single one of you. The mile around your restaurant is where the majority of your business is going to come from. Then it goes 2 to 3, then 3 to 5. So if I'm Strong's Brick Oven Pizza, my miracle mile is Triple Crown neighborhood behind them. It's the neighborhood I live up in the street off of Rice Pike. It's Ryle High School across the street. It's the area behind St. Timothy's. There's people all around there. Well, guess what's across from Ryle High School or across from Strong's Brick Oven Pizza? It's Ryle High School. And across that street is a basketball team for boys and girls. It's men's and women's track. It's band. It's football, volleyball, lacrosse, soccer, cross country, track, Spanish club. I'm sure there's a future farmers club there. There's all sorts of opportunity to go over there and create content on your smartphone for zero cost and then tell a story and distribute it through your channels. All you are trying to do with your media now is sell food. And people have stopped paying attention. And what I was talking about in November with regards to Red Bull and how they use social media, They're using it to get people to engage for something that's not their product. So imagine if you as a restaurant used yourself, who should be the biggest name and endorser of your restaurant to begin with, and you walked your ass across the street to the high school, because I guarantee you all of you got a high school, a middle school, a church within blocks from you. You go over there, you create relationships, and then you create content. You create stories. How many of you have went to a high school football game on Friday night of the local football team, got a sideline pass, and filmed highlights? What would it take for you with your phone, with a tripod down there, to do that? It is content that will captivate people. It's original content, and it's what you want people to tune in for, so that when you do drop the food on there, they are already paying attention. So my friends, to squash the BS out there that you and I don't have the resources, we do. Because as I sit here right now, I'm looking at my smartphone. I'm talking into a $200 microphone. I've got a laptop. It came with iMovie for free. I have YouTube, which can teach me how to edit content, how to upload content, how to create content. I can use the app I'm using right now, Libsyn, for $20 a month to broadcast a podcast that you should be listening to every day. You could be doing the same thing for your restaurant. You and I have the resources. It's time to educate ourselves on how to take advantage of them. Talk to you tomorrow. So as you know, I don't charge for my content. We don't have sponsors. We don't have product placement in here. But what I want your help with is spreading the word. If you're finding value here, do me a favor. Share this on your social media. Share an episode with something that made sense to you, that's relevant to your restaurant, that you got value from, and tag Matt Plapp and America's Best Restaurants. Also, go to America's Best Restaurants on Facebook and on Google and leave us a review. Let us know the impact we've had on your restaurant with our roadshow, with our marketing help, or with our podcast. And last but not least, if you want to take the next step and help me out a lot and help us out a lot, text me a testimonial, 859-743-2408. That's my cell. A selfie video would be awesome about the impact this content or our company is having on your independent restaurant. But worst case scenario, just a few kind words. The way we can help lift this industry up is to help get content like this to more independent restaurant owners, and you are the key to spreading the word. I appreciate your support. Have an amazing day.